Flashing here on top of the gates.
Just waiting on the attendant, be ready.
They stand well.
Clear!
Racing on this occasion. And a little sluggishly, in fact, out of the gates is Global Reset. It'll find itself back towards the rear of the field. King of Planets and Schimmel were the first to jump. From on the inside, Amazed and Flying Target. Now the speed is on. They've kicked 3 in front of Shafto Lane early. Veritel on the inside and going for Global Reset. Followed further back by I'm Icy. And the Magnus Colt Great Charade had settled down last of all with 650 to run. Coming off the riverside, the well-fancied King of Planets leads the way, and Noski takes hold out about a half a length over Schimmel. 1.5 away, then Amazed on the inside, climbing over the back of the leader, looking for room, coming into the corner from Flying Target. 1.5 lengths to the grey, Veritel, who's being ridden along inside of Shafto Lane, and further back to Global Reset, then Great Charade, I'm Icy at the 250 mark, and Schimmel comes out after King of Planets being shaken up. It's King of Planets responding from Schimmel, and look at Global Reset winding up down the outside. Here's another Miller 2-year-old storming to the front now, draws away Global Reset. Great win. Getting home on its inside is Great Charade, but Global Reset beat the fast finishing Great Charade. Amazed. Shafto Lane, I'm Icy from further back, and then came Veritel. Next home Flying Target, and gee, the two that led them for home have cut up really disappointingly, including the favourite King of Planets and Schimmel. Aaron Mitchell kicks home a double for Simon Miller in the first 2 races for the day. Global Reset got back no real pace and has attacked the line with relish. Getting home well from last, Great Charade, the colt by Magnus, into second placing in front of Amazed Stephen Parnham. But Global Reset, he trialled really well, and the form out of the trial was terrific. That was to Cryptic Love, who was placed here on Saturday. And Global Reset, a half-brother to a couple of Handy City winners, trained by Simon Miller for C. Gray, P. Scott, C. Stevens, P. Dennison, K. Izzard and J. Salmon, ridden by Aaron Mitchell, has got the job done. A great start for the Miller stable here on this Wednesday card. Second 2, Great Charade by Magnus out of Guessing Game for Joanne Andrews, J. Lobbin, C. Bell, the Pemberley Syndicate, along also with the punters Aplenty Syndicate, Glenn Martin, D. Carter, Brad Willison, Gary Dickey, Leith Putland, G.J. Kenner, Clint Johnston, Porter for Trevor Andrews, and 6 Amaze, third in a Frost Giant filly from Laura Dane for Nev, Carolyn Parnham and Mike Fagan, Ron Sayers, R. Jones, C. and M.C. Anderson and G. McKay, Neville Parnham and Stephen Parnham. Shafto Lane, 9, ran 4th, time 1:06.68. And 1.5 lengths, a half a length. They seem to go out very quickly the first part of that 1100, and then the back markers arrive. The real swoopers chiming in here with Global Reset, proving much too good. A trade fair gelding from Fazlazan. 1, 2, 6 and 9. Thereafter the running of race 2. King of Planets fainted on the corner, and likewise Schimmel. The third, the Salinger handicap at 224 over the 1,000. Number 2, Scalpel, is the scratching out of the next for the day, and the Miller stable chasing a treble in the first 3 races on the card. They'll be represented there by Speeding Comet and also Wine Thief, a couple of their runners there in the next. So we might be certainly seeing and hearing a lot more of Simon Miller as the day continues to unfold. We'll go down there. Gareth Hall is about to catch up with him too in the winner's enclosure after this very, very fine first up win by Global Reset. Gareth.
Yeah, Simon Archibald Miller having a really good day at the office here. That's a double on the program, and Global Reset showed a bit of a turn of foot there down the centre of the track, and you must be pleased to see that horse win, but I reckon you'd be pretty pleased to see Aaron Mitchell get a couple of winners before Saturday.
Yeah, it's good for him to have his tail up going into the big ones. Good win that, because slow away, which he hasn't been doing, but Aaron didn't panic and went to plan B, and then when they rocked along and set it up for us. So I just like the way he really savaged the line. He did a few things wrong early, but it didn't throw him off his game. So he's a nice horse going forward. Big shout out to Sean Cobber, maiden. He, as you know him, he's a stalwart of the stable, and he introduced me to Craig Gray and his crew, and they gave us King of Chaos. And then this guy came along, and so it's good. The job makes it easy when you train for good people, and those blokes are lunatics, and they will be destroying the alcohol all the way back to Bunbury tonight, one would assume.
And the most pleasing aspect, usually you see your horses out on the pace and out of trouble, but both these horses today have come from way back in the field, probably worse in midfield, and put their roles away pretty quickly as well.
It's been good. So hopefully we can keep the momentum going, and we've still got Atacama Squire later in the day.
Yeah, if it wins, I tell you what, you are a genius. Good luck, Simon.
Thanks, Gareth.
Simon Miller there. And Brittany, I thought the second horse, Great Charade, was really good as well. It's a black booker.
Absolutely, I think that is one to be putting into your black book, and Trevor Andrews did say earlier in the day that he thought that Great Charade was a good chance. In fact, said that that if Jared had the actual choice, that he probably wouldn't mind riding Great Charade over King of Planets. So he definitely didn't say there was much between the pair. So for King of Planets to go out as favourite, it's not surprising that Great Charade has finished second.
Amaze was pretty good as well back in third, and Shafto Lane fourth. But Global Reset and Great Charade, both horses, I think, going places. And finally, Global Reset comes back into the winner's circle, and Aaron Mitchell's had a pretty good day. He might have just wrapped up that Jockey's Challenge with an apprentice race with 6 points. And they tell me, Brittany, and you might be able to ask Aaron, but he's been getting up and walking around the lakes basically because he's been trying to lose weight and get fit for Karrakatta, and they tell me he walks around the lakes because that's where the hot women are.
Is that why it is, or is the poor bloke just trying to get a bit of weight off? It's getting a little bit colder into these cooler months.
You might have to confirm that for me, Brittany, because you might have a few handy walking trails for the people out there.
You mean you want to follow him on his walking trail?